After 2 months, close to 2 months, we are finally back with podcast on Wheelz, episode 33. I thought I'd still know that. I thought I'd still know that after 2 months of a break. But no, apparently not. But welcome back, everyone, to another podcast episode. It's weird to be filming one again. It's so weird. We are doing this.
Every reason why, but you almost missed it.
We are literally going to tell you every single why and every last single reason why we have been missing the last almost 2 months. The last podcast episode you've seen was there was a little surprise with me and my friend Ava when Donnie passed away from pneumonia. He concocted pneumonia and sadly passed away, and then that really hit us hard. And then that threw like weeks off of our close to 2 1 week, you say?
Yeah.
And then so it threw it off, and then we waited, and then our friend who got asked out, the girlfriend broke up with her, and like not even 2 weeks after they began dating. She broke up, said that they were embarrassing her, and thinking that my friend was I don't even know, it's so dumb. Thinking that my friend was being embarrassed by her girlfriend when she hugged her, when she kissed her, when she told her oh, I love you. No, got a kiss on the forehead, that's what I meant. Hugged and held hands, walked to every class, and the only reason why she wasn't able to was there was a mean teacher on that hallway. She's gone now. I don't know where she went, but there would always be a teacher in the hallway. Go to class! Go to class! Would scream it. I'm not risking getting in trouble, even if that were my girlfriend. I'm not risking getting my A in trouble just for you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, no, I would not do that, even in those circumstances. Yep. So, a lot has been happening. I've never posted it to the YouTube channel. I've only posted one community post about it, but I went into a coma because of pneumonia. It got so bad that to the point my lungs are 4% breathing, which to me is not great. To anyone, that's not great. Especially someone who has lowered lungs and lower lung function and lower muscle tone and all that other stuff that comes with SMA.
This is so refreshing, honestly.
Yes, that comes with spinal muscular atrophy and all the other components to it. So that was not good. I went into a coma for about 3 or 2 days. Not bad, but not good.
No.
And my bone cancer got worse. So if you don't know, I have osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, and bone cancer as well. So all those play a factor when I'm immobile, which me being mobile is basically immobile, but I'm actually up, awake, being carried, doing things, and not just staying stationary into one thing. So when I become immobile like that for a periodic of time, then we realize my bone cancer was flaring up and getting out of control again, because I wasn't able to take my cancer shots from the angle I was in my bed, which is not good. I need to take 2 of them a day and a heart shot. The heart cancer isn't as bad as the bone cancer, so I can miss a day or injection of my heart ones, but I'll just feel weird that day. My heart will just be thumping, crazy fast. Yeah, palpitating or have tachycardia. But so they figured out that my bone cancer had gotten out of control, and we needed to control it again. But it was already too late since it's been 3 or 4 days without a shot. It's probably only 1, and I needed 8.
Yep.
Not good.
Ooh.
So I missed 7 of my shots, my life-saving shots from this bone cancer. So it's gone out of remission. Not good. And out of remission is a bad thing. In remission is a wonderful thing. I was in remission for so long, decades and decades, but I needed so expensive medication to keep it under remission. Yep. But it's gone out. When you say, oh, you're out of remission, no. That's not a good thing. That means you're in a crisis danger zone, and you need to get it quit. You need to get it fixed fast. That's why I'm starting chemotherapy on Monday for this specific type of bone cancer that I have. I can't remember the name. It's too, there's too much information that comes along with my bone cancer. I'm not prepared to remember the name. So, I'm getting a chemotherapy treatment every single Monday for a 10-hour round every single Monday, and we're getting it actually checked and done, and wow, we're doing this. But if we get sick once, let me do an overview. My bone cancer went in overdrive from being immobile for 4 days. When I go immobile, it goes overdrive, especially when I miss my injections. I missed 7 of my injections and was immobile for 3 days. That's a hell of a thing to go through, because no, you're not supposed to do that, especially with my bone cancer. And then I'm like, okay, maybe we can just die, maybe it'll die off, and nope, did not. It went out of remission. My mom's worst fear is either me dying or my cancer going out of remission. She pays billions, quadrillions, millions, billions, thousands of dollars just to keep my cancer out of remission each day.
Wow.
And she's kept it out of remission for 2 and 3 decades. 23 years.
Damn.
Sorry.
That's so bad.
I know.
You had 2 decades. 2 decades. 2 decades.
I kept effing up. But no, for 2 decades and 3 years, she managed to keep my cancer out of remission. That's crazy. 2 decades?
Insane.
That's insane to me. So I'm grateful for my mom to actually keep it out of remission and not let me, die. And, just not letting me get that chemo, bad chemo. Rather than my normal chemo that's in the shots. But this chemotherapy goes on for 40 weeks.
40 rounds.
So by then we'll film 40 episodes.
That's 40 episodes of chemo.
Mm-hmm.
About in total 80.
Oh, I meant podcast episodes.
Sorry.
So that's crazy. We're 40 weeks. 40,
wow.
It's 40 weeks of chemotherapy, and then, if we get sick once, get this cold, minor cough, sniffles, anything that is related to sickness, we have to restart. Restarting the whole 40 weeks. You could be on the 39th week, 6th day, you're gone. Restart. You were only a day away from freedom. Nope. You gotta restart. You should be 20 weeks. Nope. You have COVID, you have this, you're restarting. And that is what I do not like. I'm scared of that happening.
Exactly.
I'm scared, what if any more sickness could put us into overdrive again? We haven't got sick. Knock on wood. But we haven't got sick yet, or anything, which is great. Fingers crossed. I can't cross mine, but fingers crossed. In my mind, fingers crossed that we do not get sick and we can hopefully make it through the first week of chemo, and every week will be a struggle, sure of it, but we're hoping this doesn't, hopefully doesn't affect us for, too long or does anything to us or, anything. So that's out of the way. That's chemo, and we have to do it for 40 weeks. If we get sick once, it's going to go by. Another thing. Our grandma, she passed away 3 months ago, or 4. 3.
We filmed the episode of that emotional.
Yep. Obviously, you guys know that. It's been not rough recently, but it's been rough. Our appetite's going down. Everything is basically going down, and, I'll tell. And, it sucks. It really does. But we haven't been thinking about it, because if we think about it, we know we're going to cry. We know we're going to go in a mental state again. But I just don't think about it. That's what I do. That's how I cope, really. I laugh it off like I did with my motor, but we'll get on to that later. So, our grandma passed away 3 months ago, and that was one big reason why we weren't uploading podcasts, as we were depressed. And I know we were depressed is because we were tossing and turning in bed, we couldn't sleep, we weren't eating as much as we did prior, which is rare. A very bad thing has to happen. We were crying, God, it sucked. That was a horrible week. It was the New Year, my son passed away on the New Year's Day, so that really kicked my ass. That's Amy. So, saying all those cuss words, but it really did kick my A, and, like, it hurt a lot, like, because he's my son, he's my child. I adopted him when he was 8, and then he passed away at 13. Like, that's the smallest life. You know, it's very sad.
Jesus. That's the smallest life. And I was like,
I'm not trying to be mean. It was only 5 years.
Yeah. Oof.
You think about it, only 5 years.
Horrible.
That's not even half of a toy year. Of a toy birthdays.
Dang.
You made it to a 1 human birthday.
Jesus.
1. Knowing, oh, if it hits this certain day, I'm gonna die.
Well.
That's creepy. So on the new year, he sadly had to pass away. It's been like 3 months since he's been gone. That's crazy. Can't believe it's been 3 months. Can everyone else believe that?
No.
So it's been 3 months with Zach gone. It's been tough and it's been rough. But like again, how I cope is I don't think about it. Because I don't like thinking about anything that regards death of beloved members. And another thing, Ranger recently died.
January 19th?
Yep, January 19th, which is kind of creepy because that was almost our last podcast.
It was 1 day before.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, Ranger died. He was one of our 7 or 6 cats that we have. Now we only have 5, 6, I don't know. There's too many to count. But Ranger was Indy's brother or sister or brother. Yeah, brother. And the boys, our brothers, had a flea infestation, meaning they had fleas all around and cats. And they must have gotten to Ranger somehow, and he looked bony. He looked like he hadn't ate. When Matt, I still find this terrifying, Matt walked in to see her own cat dead. And all she saw was bones. And not bones, not literal bones, figurative bones. Meaning all over his body he looked like he hadn't eaten in at least 4 or 5 days. Not a single bite of food. There was poop and pee all around him. And there was fleas on him. And she noticed he was dying when they were in here. The cats were in there and he was actively dying.
That's creepy.
And she was, it hit her like a ton of bricks. But, once again...
That's your cat.
Yeah. But it hit her like a ton of bricks, but... Again, like how I cope, I don't think about it. Which, you know, it probably isn't healthy, but it's the healthiest way for me not to go overdrive. So, that is one reason. Another reason, there's a billion other reasons. But,
It never fucking ends.
No. And another thing is we've been getting more weaker. If you cannot tell, my speech has gotten, like, significantly weaker. 10 times more weaker. More weaker than a stand fact of, like, stuttering and, like those noises. It's been rough. I mean, not rough as a standpoint, but for speaking, it's been rough. Because, like, I found myself getting weak every day at 10 p.m. I found myself peeing every 30 minutes, which isn't healthy. No, because my sphincter is super weak. That every 30 minutes, I need to go pee. And every 1 hour, I need to go poop, which really takes a lot of your day if you really think about it.
Yeah. Even thinking about it.
Because in 1 hour, you're going to have to go to the bathroom 3 times. 3 times! Without doing my bowel routine as well for SCI. A spinal cord injury of a C4, C5, C8 vertebrae. And my motor. Getting on to my motor. So, I got a motor 1 day ago. It's like a little blue motor. There's a video on it. So it's like a little blue motor on the side of my chair. I was like, yeah, that's a new way we can turn on a chair and, like, actually drive. And so, this morning after I just got done peeing or something, I got done with something, and Matthew carries me into my chair, like normal. He places me accurately, he shifts me, and, you know, he puts on my joystick, and then he goes to turn on the chair, like normal. He clicks it, like, and hears...
I think we can play the sound for you. I think it's still broken.
Yeah. It's over there, though. We can't. I ain't gonna do it. But our chair, so my motor of my chair has already broken after a day. The day before chemo, would you think of that? So that's wonderful. And the day before college and everything, and a volcano project. So during chemo, I'm going to have to do a volcano project. How fun.
It's stupid.
Dumb. So that's annoying. That's stupid. And I think I have an interview this week. An interview, a volcano project, more labs, a packet, or two.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We get it. Yeah.
Maybe a couple tests. I don't know. That's fun. Being on the week of chemo, which is almost every week.
Yep, every week.
So the motor broke. It's annoying because, like, I just want one thing to work. But no, nothing works. Apparently, in me and Donnie's eyes, nothing can work, nothing goes right. Like, especially these past few weeks, nothing has been going right. We've been hit down like a ton of bricks. We've got COVID, we've got pneumonia, we've got into a coma, we've experienced death, we've experienced motors running out, we've experienced cancer, we've experienced out of remission cancer, we've experienced collapsed lungs, pneumothorax, surgeries, more muscle weakness, worse speech, worse lungs. What else can I add to the list? More chemo, deadlier cancer, acute lymphoblastoma, a very aggressive form of lung cancer that is a tiny cancer but grows incredibly fast. So, yeah, all that fun stuff. Just said it for Donnie so he could probably not forget. Really explaining his things. So, yep, acute lymphoblastoma. So, I'm going to go head over to Donnie. That is all about me. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
So, I'm going to go head over and Donnie. Thanks for listening. All about why I was gone and the main majority and the reason why I was gone for half and most of the time. So, thanks. I'm going to head over to Donnie.
Yeah.
My hands are all sweaty.
Okay. This is weird. No, hello everyone. I have not done a podcast in 2 months.
Because he essentially didn't do it in 2 months because he was passed.
Yep, I passed away. That's the first starting of it.
I didn't die.
No. Okay, so I'm
11:56.
I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why I have been gone and have not filmed a podcast with them, or why we have been gone for almost 2 months. Our last podcast film, well, for real, our last podcast film that I wasn't even in was January 18th, 2024. It's March 3rd, 2024 now, so March 18th it would hit 2 months, so that's only in 2 weeks. So, like, it's been 6 weeks since we last filmed our last episode. That's so long. So we're gonna have to struggle with that. But,
Continue.
yeah, she's taking photos. But I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why I've been gone, why I have not done a podcast episode, why we have not really done a podcast episode at all, and I'm gonna tell you all the reasons why now. So, the first reason is I passed away on January 13th, 2024. So that was like 6 days before they got another podcast episode out. So I couldn't film because I was dead. So, yeah. 2 to 3 weeks later, I come alive again with the power magic of live shots, which, thank you. I've been alive for about 3-4 weeks now.
You're completely, like, ignoring the camera because your eyes are just like...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's looking, everyone. He's looking.
Yeah, but, so the first reason is I died, and I came back alive like 3-4 weeks ago, and you're like, well, Donnie, you should have filmed one then. You came back alive. No. Then, my husband almost committed suicide. He jumped off a balcony from 20 feet high, and he got into a coma, which was 1 week long. And then he became a quadriplegic, which we have been dealing with his bathroom routines, and he had a tracheostomy, he had an NG feeding tube placed in, like, he's a full-time manual wheelchair user, So the first two events was me dying, and then my husband almost dying, and going into a coma, getting a tracheostomy, getting injured too. So, two very good reasons to quit YouTube for a while. Nope. We're not done. Then I got sick. Again. And before that, I was suffering with pneumonia for 6 weeks, which was almost a 2-month-long sickness of cruddy, mucus lungs with pneumonia. 6 days later, after I came alive by that point, I got sick once more and battled with stomach pain, throat pain, headaches, that bathroom issue, throwing up. I lost a little bit of weight doing that. So I was just cruddy and not feeling well, so who wants to film there and there? Then, me and William were still battling life with quadriplegia, and yeah, that's it. And then, because that never ends, then a couple of days after I get sick and everything, like a week or two later, I took a dip to the worst. I was still sick during that point, and I was super sick, and I was running a fever, stomach pain, and I started getting shortness of breath once more, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And so I bumped up my air on my tracheostomy, and it wasn't working. I was still getting out of breath. And then I threw up blood. And I threw up, and I thought, okay, well, I'm nauseous. I looked down at my hands because I didn't make it in time. There was blood on my hands because after I just threw up. I was like, really, John? Very out of breath. I said, really, John? We need to go to the hospital, like, now. And he was like, okay, what's wrong? He looked at my hands, and there was, not throw up, but blood. It was pure blood. And I was like, okay, not good. So we're driving the ambulance, and I started to get headed. I'm not feeling well, so I lay down to take a nap, a 4-day nap. I got into a coma because I got weaker, and I got into a coma, and my left lung completely collapsed. I kept throwing up blood over 13 times. I had surgery on the left side of my lung to reinflate it, which is a big tube that goes inside your lung and reinflates it back up again. And then I was on a ventilator. I was intubated for 4 days. Intubated for 4 days. I could not breathe on my own. That was breathing all my air for me. I then figured out I had cancer. Lymphoblastoma. It is a rare, aggressive, fast-growing cancer that they noticed little blotches in my lungs. And I thought, okay, that's weird. And they tested me, and we done a lot of tests, so I was still in the coma. I have lymphoblastoma cancer. I was in remission since 38 years old. I'm 66 years old. I was almost in remission. I was in remission for 28 years. So I was good. But now I had cancer. I've been having it for 4 days now, my journey, and I'm starting my first round of chemo Monday morning. It is 12:02, March 3rd, Sunday. So I'm going to be starting my round of chemo tomorrow. So, my first round out of 40 rounds, and you just heard that takes 40 weeks of your time, and everything like that. And also during that time, we started the second semester, things were heavy, busy, work, and so basically I got into coma, my husband got into coma, I got sick again, and then I went into coma, then I died. I got cancer, my lung collapsed, I had surgery. I had esophagus surgery, and I'm going to have esophagus surgery again March 9th. I have to get 40 rounds of chemo, and yeah. That is basically like a sundown and what I got over the course of time, because people are like, well, why haven't you come in 2 months? Well, we have every fucking reason to back it up. What we just explained there happened to us in under 2 months. Tell me we're not the unluckiest people in the world. Tell me right now. Please tell me in front of my face that we are not the unluckiest people in the world. because God is testing our limits, including me and William are hopefully starting up mental health therapy again, because we quit about like August 19th, 2023, so we quit like 5-6 months ago. We quit like 6 months ago after a year and a half of mental health therapy. So a year and a half later, we quit 6 months ago, and if I was still in it, I'd be 2 years in, but I'm not. We need to battle insurance, papers, files, meeting with new people, getting IEP stuff sorted out before we can even have our first appointment. 4 days ago, that journey started for us. Well, not really, a month and a half ago, because I said getting news on updates on therapy, like, do we have any updates? Are we getting any calls? And then 4 days ago, we got updates. We went to student services to get things out. Like, we had to fill out a referral form and see what our insurance covers, how much appointments will it pay for, what time, how long the appointments are going to be, who will be the therapist. It's a whole conjumbled mess to get started into therapy. And I've been trying to battle this journey to get back into therapy for 6 weeks now. And so almost 2 months long of just trying to get the first appointment, which I'm still not there. So it's taking a stupid amount of time. So I'm super sorry that it's taking so long. And it's almost been 2 months since I referred that I needed therapy again, because my grandma died, a cat died, Dean went into a coma. It's insane. But starting back into therapy, I went to a coma. William went into a coma. Raymond's a quadriplegic. And my hyperhidrosis hates this microphone. Yeah. My hands literally look like they have water on them, so I'm sorry. Anyway. I feel so bad if they have to hold the mic after me. Strength update is I got stronger. My speech is still horrible. I can move my thumb, which I've always been able to do, and the stronger bit is I can wriggle my pinky. Yay! That's the only strength. There's not much more than that. I can't move my head, but I can't move my head. I can sit back and then I can't lift my head. I can't lift my head back up. I can't move my arms. I can't move my wrists. I can't move my torso. I can't move my legs. I can't move my feet. I can't move my toes. I can't turn my head all the way. I can't do any of that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can't do, but I'm battling life with all the outcomes I possibly have. So, but is there anything else you need to say?
Right, I'm doing an Instagram post. Hold up. Yes, you can continue talking.
I know, but is there anything else you want to say?
Before we end it?
Yes.
Oh, suction out the back. Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting this is actually connected, so I'm sorry if I just grab the mic aggressively. Donnie. Okay. I was going to say, so I'm posting an Instagram post about the whole situation right now, and thank you guys so much for being patient about all of this. It's wonderful and beautiful that y'all are staying so patient and looking forward to our next episodes. And we apologize in advance for not uploading for like 2 months, and so far I'm writing an Instagram post about it and doing everything I can to hopefully keep the Podcast on Wheelz Instagram page updating. Because I remember I done like a little update earlier. I was like, oh, like we haven't uploaded in like this long. But no, that update quickly went away. We haven't posted the stories at all. But yeah, been a crazy whirlwind. But thank you guys so much for watching Podcast on Wheelz episode 33, and we're hoping to get to season 2 or 3 soon.
Season 2.
Okay, season 2. We're already 3 episodes into season 2.
Sorry, we're hoping to get season 3.
Yeah, I was right. I'm just kidding. So we're hoping to get to season 3, everyone. Thanks so much for watching today's Podcast on Wheelz episode number 33. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next episode. Bye!